IXL Analytics is your new partner in the classroom, tracking data, analyzing performance, and providing you with insights. With IXL Analytics, you can easily identify hurdles and pinpoint where help is needed to guide individual students and entire classes to excel. In order to maximize the benefits of IXL Analytics, encourage your students to always sign in so IXL can save their progress. IXL reports are never more than a click away. Anywhere you see 3 green lines, you can click on it to view reports. If there aren't any practice results yet, the graph icon will look like this. On the IXL Analytics tab, the first page is your dashboard. The Explore IXL Analytics section of your dashboard offers quick links to every report, including brief descriptions of what each one has to offer. Across the top of the page is an analytics navigation bar, offering one-click access to all of the most popular reports, including trouble spots, progress, and real-time data. The light blue bar below provides easy access to analytics options. These options have to do with the type of practice data you would like to see. IXL will automatically set them to the recommended settings, but you can click the options at the top of any report to customize them. Once you do so, you'll see your custom settings are displayed in blue, along with a reset link that allows you to restore IXL's recommended settings anytime with a single click. Depending on the report, the options may include class, subject, skill grade, date range, and standards. Some reports have additional options, such as selecting a specific skill or student. These options simply change the view of the report you are on and will not be remembered when you leave the report. When you first click on the Analytics tab, you'll be taken to the IXL dashboard. Here you'll find some overall stats about student practice for the entire school year, as well as the next milestone your students are working to achieve. You'll also see a quick visualization of how much students have practiced in the last 7 days, both at home and during school. Below are buttons to quickly access any report, along with descriptions of what they offer. You'll also find a link to IXL's former report suite if you'd like to view a particular former report. The dashboard also offers a collection of links to various resources available on IXL. This report helps you to strategically coach students on trouble spots, which are the areas that students are struggling with and need the most improvement. The trouble spots report analyzes practice for all students and skills to find every trouble spot encountered. It prioritizes them by the number of students who currently need help with that item type and how many questions they've answered incorrectly from that item type. Even students who have achieved a high SMART score may struggle with a difficult item type in the challenge zone and have trouble spots too. By focusing on reteaching or reviewing the top trouble spots, you can maximize the number of students you are helping to reach mastery. For each trouble spot or item type, you will see the name of the skill the item belongs to or where students encountered it, the number of students who are struggling with this item type, a carousel of questions your students have answered recently, and by clicking on the arrows, you can cycle through that carousel, and a list of students struggling with this item type. If you hover over a student's name, you see additional information, including total incorrect questions from this item type and current SMART score. Click on any student's name to go directly to their question log, where you'll see the exact questions they answered and the answers they submitted for all practice on this item type. When you click on Skills in the navigation bar, you'll see the Skills Practice Report with a list of every skill your students have worked on recently, ranked by popularity. Hover over any skill to see a mini diagnostic of your student's current status, categorized by no practice, practicing, or mastered. To learn more, click on the skill. Clicking on the skill takes you to the Skills Diagnostics report. In addition to providing overall class status and practice stats, this report really focuses on breaking down each skill into groups of students based on the item type they are working on within the skill. Each section represents one of the distinct items that students will work through as they progress through a scaffolded IXL skill. Sections for item types that students are currently working on are shown in blue, while sections for item types students may be finished with or not started yet are shown in gray. Each section also contains a carousel of questions you can click through to understand what the item type is asking, so that you can help support your students' progression through the skill. Blue sections show the exact questions students in that group have answered recently, while gray sections show sample questions. For each grouping of students, you can hover over any student to see additional information about their skill practice. You can also click on the student's name to go directly to their skill log, where you'll see the exact questions they answered and the answers they submitted for all practice on this section. This report gives you a full picture of the student's progress throughout the school year. It covers every skill the student has practiced, organized by subject, grade level, and category. You can click on any blue row to collapse it to help you focus on the sections you care about most. The report displays one row for every skill the student has practiced. To the left of the skill name, you can hover over the magnifying glass to see sample problems for the skill. In the middle, there are stats for how long the student has spent practicing the skill and how many questions they answered. Finally, along the right, you'll see a visualization of the student's score improvement for that skill, with start and end scores displayed and change in score depicted in the arrow. This report is useful for reviewing student improvement, demonstrating progression, and as a record of curriculum areas covered. This report enables you to monitor your entire class live as they practice from one continuously updating screen. It is perfect for use in a lab setting, one-to-one classroom, or rotational model. The report shows you any students who are practicing on IXL right this moment, or any time in the past hour. The top of the report provides overall stats for these students for easy at-a-glance tracking. Below is a student activity wall. Here you'll see one tile for every student who is practicing. The tile will show the skill the student is working on, their current score, how many questions they've answered, and their accuracy on recent problems. The tiles will even pop up immediately when the program senses that they may need individual attention. A red tile indicates that the student may need help because they are answering a majority of recent questions incorrectly. A gray tile indicates the student may be idle because their practice has paused for over 5 minutes.